With the police withdrawal from the election and with my interactions with some of...
I consider it my first. After so many requests from the media houses, but as it stands this morning, I feel strongly that the time has come when I should do this. In the early hours of this morning, I got a security report that the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission office have been invaded by the Nigerian police. I was really surprised because before that time, I got a copy of a signal withdrawing the police officers that were guiding the premises. So I had to drive to the place myself, since the facility belongs to Rivers State government. Getting to the scene and to the shock of everyone who escorted me there, I met the presence of some fierce-looking policemen in one truck and 3 other empty vans trying to force their way into the premises. And I had to stop them. In the course of that process, we discovered that that movement was a deliberate attempt by the Nigerian Police Force Command, both the Rivers and the headquarters, to steal the electoral materials. But by the special grace of God, that act was foiled. Here are the questions. First, what is Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission? It's a facility, it's an agency, it's a process that is being controlled by the state government. It is a process, it's a system that it is the law of the state that governs. Why is Rivers State case different? The second part of it is, what is the special thing about this issue of taking over the premises? If we should go by what they claim that they had a court order, the court ruling said, don't give RESEC voters register. Don't give RESEC police protection. Did the judgment say, seal the premises, don't allow them to conduct election? However, the Rivers State government and the RESEC itself also had a judgment that states clearly, conduct the election with the voters register of 2023. Police, DSS, Nigerian Army, and other sister agencies provide security. I might not be a lawyer, but I understand clearly that when it comes to the issue of judgment, there is something they call first in time. So what is this special interest about the Federal High Court judgment? Secondly, why are they looking for a way to stampede the states? The Supreme Court gave a judgment that all local government activities must be conducted by elected officers. the President of the Federal Republic, in agreement with the state government, state governors, they agree that compliance to this judgment should be in 90 days with effect from the judgment. And every other state are conducting the election to ensure that they comply with the directive, not just the Supreme Court, but also the understanding that we have with Mr. President. And what Rivers State is also doing is not different from that. And the big question is any other court bigger than the Supreme Court? Is any other court bigger than the Supreme Court? I don't want to come to the aspects or join issues with the judge. He had his reason. But the question is, after the incident that happened in Nigeria, the June 12th, a Supreme Court ruled that when it comes to issue of election, no court should stop the process of election. If you feel aggrieved, if you feel you don't want to participate in the election, you go to court. Why do you want to stop the process of election? To create problem? To create anarchy in the state? We're already complaining of suffering. People are hungry. And you want to stampede the civil servants, the local government civil servants in the state? Gentlemen of the press, this morning, I want to assure Nigerians and the peace-loving people of Rivers State that we have done everything that is needed, and we will ensure that this election goes ahead. First, on the issue of voters register, RISEC has already informed us that they have voters register. So why would the election not go on? On the issue of security, if the police feels they don't want to be part of the election, they should withdraw. I'm saying this here so that the Inspector General of Police should be aware and should also know that any act against this will bring a situation of lawlessness in this state, and I think at the end of the day, he should be prepared to take responsibility. Why is the case of Rivers State different? Is it that the law or the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, when it comes to Rivers State, is interpreted in a different way? Local government is the affair of the state government. There is no federal institution that can dictate in any form the way and manner our local government system should operate. Talk less of coming to tell us that we can't hold election or otherwise. So I've gathered you this morning to inform you that any attempt or group attempt by anyone, any sister agencies to stop this election, we are prepared to make sure that we resist it. We will not put Rivers State in that state of anarchy where the system of local government administration will be suspended because of the protection of one person's interests. However, I want to thank all the wonderful people, peace-loving people, and fearless Rivers people who came out the early hours of this morning to support us, to tell the Nigerian police that enough is enough. Nigerian police, I don't need to invite you. Your responsibility is to maintain peace and order. There is no court in this country that I know that will give you an order to be an enemy to a state. So I'm surprised that you have decided to be enemy to Rivers State. But I want to believe that this information that we are getting, and this action you're taking is not coming from the right source. So if that is the truth, you better correct yourself.